Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Hey everybody, it's at KK's Act Reviews. We are back again with another video, and guys, you already know what today's review is today. This is All-American episode 19 called Surviving the Times. Guys, I cannot get over this finale. This was the best finale of All-American literally ever. The writers, the directors, everybody a part of the show is A1. This season was phenomenal. I just want to say congrats on, a third great season. I cannot wait for season 4. There's so many possibilities for character development and different stories of different possibilities where stories can go and where characters can go. There's just so much to break down here, guys. Again, this is going to be a spoiler review, so if you haven't seen the finale of All-American, stop the review, like the video, because it'll be in your liked videos, and you guys can come back here and check out this review. But guys, we have so much to talk about. Oh my god, this episode was like it made me sad, it made me angry, it made me happy and laugh at some moments, bro. Like, this episode was the complete package. And let's just say the start of this episode was genius from the writers and the directors to have like a 48 hours earlier to what this episode starts off at. We see Asher crying, flipping out. We see Coop getting pulled over by the police. We see freaking Layla's dad trying to call Layla, and her phone's in the house not picking up. I knew right away that was Carrie that did something to Layla. I was flipping out already. And Asher crying, I had no clue what was going on with him. But I knew right away, it worried me about the whole Coop getting pulled over by the police. I was so freaking worried. So guys, starting this hour, we get to 48 hours earlier, and we see pretty much, things are going down right now with everything going on with, it's Spencer and Olivia, and pretty much they are, they're officially together. But it's like, Olivia can't pretty much admit to herself that they're finally together and that things will be okay. She's afraid to say, "You're my boyfriend." She's afraid to do this. Like, she's worried. Like, and right away that was getting me very scared that something could go wrong with their relationship, and she would cut it off, and they couldn't come back from it. I was really afraid that they went through so much, and went through so much to get to this moment, and she was afraid that it was just gonna get ruined again, and they just couldn't be together. And I had that feeling throughout the entire thing, and that was pretty much her worry. Essentially, she didn't say that or anything, but I feel like that was her worry, and I felt from my perspective that Spencer wanted to wait. That he's like I pretty much I told you it was I just wanted to make sure you were okay before we went into this. Pretty much they were kind of Spencer, she was pretty much making Spencer her doubts were making Spencer have doubts and stuff like that. But I feel like they were able to really turn it around. But we really didn't see them officially I guess it was a really good turnaround because, we see parts of, how, they're telling people, but we see it first before, when Simone comes over and, Spencer's that's, say your boyfriend. He's like, oh, you're making it feel weird when, you couldn't say your boyfriend. And there comes Simone coming in. She's like, can I join you guys? She's like, yeah. He's like, oh, I'm going to get going. I knew right away, Spencer didn't want to, tell anybody because, Olivia, he wasn't sure if Olivia was, comfortable to if they wanted to make it a public thing yet. He really couldn't tell by the way she the vibe she was giving off, and how he wants to do everything to make sure that this will work this time around. So he wants to leave, and pretty much right away Simone was not surprised when Olivia told her that they're officially together. She's like about damn time. Everybody's waiting for them to get together just as we are. And I was like, oh my god, we're really picking things up. I just can't believe the start of this episode. I was like, oh my god, what the hell's happening? So we get that, and then I was like, okay, good, you told Simone, okay, great. And I'm like that. I was like, okay, let's go. And then going forward through that, we see a whole bunch of crazy things going on. We see, Spencer going home. He sees, of course, Billy there, and he's like, "Oh, you're only here if something is good or bad. What's going on?" And Grace is like, "Yeah, exactly. You're only usually here if it's something good or bad." And that's usually true when Billy comes around. It's usually something good news or bad news. It's usually how it is when we see Billy talk to Spencer or some shit going down. And literally, we see him get an envelope, and guys, it's officially he's All-American. He's Platinum All-American. He got invited to a game for All-Americans, and that blew. I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, we've been waiting for this moment. This is sick to see him officially get that notice of that he got invited to an All-American game. He's All-American. And that just made me happy. Seeing the journey that Spencer's gone through from season 1 to season 3, the writers did such a great job on his journey to get to this one big moment, and things are going great with Coop. Her about to go on her our Vegas tour, and things are looking up. But she's of course sad of that Preach isn't coming and Layla's not coming, and we'll get more into why Layla's not coming, as we all really know about why she's not coming. But we get into a little bit more of because we saw that of how Layla. Going into how she pretty much told Carrie in the last episode. Did she? I think she did. No, did she tell Carrie yet? No, she didn't tell Carrie yet. She's about to tell her in this, but knowing what Layla knows and stuff, it's gonna be interesting because I was like, oh my god, I can't wait for that conversation when she actually tells Carrie about what's going on with I talked to your mother, this and that. But we'll get more on that in a second. But going to it's getting that moment. It was really an emotional moment to see Grace. How she was very happy. Spencer's mom is very, very happy about what he's achieved in his life and how much he cares and the person he's grown up to be. And we see it's just crazy. We went from one moment from Billy recruiting Spencer from South Crenshaw to who he's become now. It's just such a big journey that character's gone on. So it was a very emotional sequence. Going into the big party of him being there and pretty much him getting the party, he's getting a party thrown for him for becoming All-American. And we see Jordan there, Simone there, Olivia there, pretty much everybody's there but Layla, because she's dealing with Carrie and everything's going on with there. And we'll get to a moment where we see Olivia going to see Layla to tell Layla that they're officially together, so there's no more secrets and no more lies, and they're telling Layla straight up, I don't want you being surprised by this. I care about you and I want to make this right, this friendship stick. And I want to make sure we're still friends, while I'm, finally getting, my time, of love and, getting that moment. So I'm really happy that, Olivia, Olivia stepped up. I feel like I don't know if the older Olivia would have done that. She would have, jumped around the bush, but it was really nice to see how Olivia's grown and wanted to tell Layla. And that was just a big, big moment for, Olivia's character. So I was really happy about that. It was a cool moment. But, while this is going on, while that's going on, we see how much Jordan went through the ringer through this episode, but also Jordan pissed me off in this episode a lot. So, we see Jordan and he's not happy. Essentially, he's not happy because, in practice, he wasn't able to go out and be QB1. He's like, you're kidding me. If I don't play this game, I might never play at all. And she's like, I'm sorry, we're going with, JJ. He's like, seriously, you really think we're going to win with JJ? Meaning, I feel bad for JJ. I feel like JJ never gets a win. I feel like everybody talks shit about JJ. And, it just makes me sad. It's like, I thought that, Jordan was really, stuck behind JJ after, the episode where he's like, don't play Baker football. Don't play Baker football. Play, JJ football. I really, hope that maybe, Jordan would be on the sidelines, maybe doing those, those motivational, helping the coach out and helping on plays and doing all this and that. And then maybe he would get time to shine. Maybe if JJ got hurt, saying, or maybe JJ's I want you to finish the game, this and that, a cool moment. But literally, they went even a greater route, which I was actually happy about, which was really, really cool. It was a lot of drama, but it was really, really cool. So, we see what Jordan's going through. He's really annoyed about all this, and we actually see him when he's in the locker room. He gives JJ pretty much he's talking to Asher saying this is this is bullcrap, this and that, and Asher's like, dude, calm down, literally we you could have gotten hurt, and yeah, if you weren't if you weren't with your injury, you would have been here with this and that, but it's okay, it would be okay and all that stuff. And I was afraid that Jordan was gonna jump on Asher, this and that, but I mean, it would have made sense because Jordan was angry at that minute to jump at Asher about all that because, let's be real, look out what Asher went through, all the crap he's done, the drugs and everything to make sure he was the best, this and that. And I feel like Jordan would have snapped back on him and be like, well, you did drugs, you gave people our plays before, this and that to get back in it or whatever, to get to be back on the team, this and that. So I feel like he would have definitely snapped back at at Asher, since Jordan was upset about JJ stealing his spot and all this. He's like, you stole my spot, and he's like, it'd been nice, I'm healthy now, I'm ready, if it would be nice if you could step down and I could take my place where I deserve to be. And JJ's like, I deserve to be here, I earned this spot, you know what I mean, if it wasn't for me, we wouldn't be where we were. And they just were about to pretty much fight and break it down and stuff. They were really, saying crap back and forth. He's like, I really thought you supported me, this and that and everything. And I don't know, I feel like JJ shouldn't have came over there because I feel like, dude, you should have just ignored it instead of, entering that conversation because it just made things 10 times worse. I understand JJ was angry and excited probably, but it almost sounded like he was coming over to be a snarky ass almost. I don't know. I was like, dude, why'd you have to come over? Things would have probably blew over, but you just made it like 10 times worse. And, pretty much Jordan tells Asher that, he's been training this entire time. He's ready to go. He's in the best shape of his life. He's been training with Spencer. And right away, Asher's brain is like, oh my God, he probably gave Spencer. And he's been training with Spencer. Probably Spencer knows all of our plays. Tells Coach Montez. Coach Montez switches everything up, but Asher helps. Literally, Asher's looking out for the team, but also he's out looking out for himself because he realizes that he got a scholarship to his dream school, and he wants this game to really prove himself that he earned that scholarship even more. Like, we can tell that's what Asher's trying to do. Like, this is his last game of high school, and he really wants to do a big blowout before he goes to Coastal California to his dream school. So he's about to give it his all, do his best. He's really getting into it, helping out the team, helping Coach Montez out, really trying to have a blast of a game, but also looking out for the team so they make sure they win. Because also, like, Asher didn't go into it like, oh my God, really just thinking about himself. He was thinking about the team also, because I love how the way you put it, like, even if it's not intentional about Spencer knowing our plays and using them, he's that good that he might not be able to help it, and he might just do it on his own. That was really cool, and not making it sound like, oh, Spencer wanted our plays. You know what I mean? I was really happy about, like, Asher was kind of being like, no, he didn't want our plays or anything, but, like, he just gave Spencer the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, he's trying to help Jordan, but still he knows our plays. So I thought that was really cool and a little bit grown up of Asher. That he wasn't all about to be like, oh, Spencer knows our plays, we have to change everything, he's going to cheat, this, and that. It shows how much Asher's grown as a character, so I was really happy about that. But also, going back to the party of, Spencer's All-American party, we end up finding out that Jordan, when we think all hope is lost for Jordan, he actually gets a letter to be an All-American too. He is an All-American. And he might be able to play in that game. It isn't official, but he is an All-American, whether he plays in that game or not. And that made that Jordan needed to win. I felt really happy for him, but I knew right away the secret of how, like, pretty much. And this is what pisses me off: how Jordan pretty much boxed in Spencer, saying, "You either help me or I'll do it without you." Are you kidding me? Spencer's gonna do it, and that if Billy finds out, he's gonna take it on Spencer. That was really selfish of Jordan. I feel like that just pissed me off. It's like, dude, you really had to, like, box Spencer in like this. Either you help me or I'm going to do it without you. Meaning, of course, like, Spencer's going to help you because he wants you to be safe and not do anything stupid and reckless. Like, are you kidding me? But, like, at the same time, it's like, and we'll get to that moment that really, really pissed me off with, what Jordan's response was when he finds out that, that Spencer told Billy. But Spencer told Billy because he doesn't want to keep secrets. He's growing. He doesn't want to keep any secrets either. He wanted to just get it out of the way and just tell, because one way or another, he was going to find out. Especially because, things are really building up with Jordan and everything about him becoming an All-American. And he probably wants to, tell, Billy, I helped him get back into shape. I helped him get there. I didn't want him to give up on his dreams, even though it was dangerous. At the same time, it's like Billy had no right to get angry at Spencer when Spencer told Billy about, him training JJ. Or him trading Jordan. Spencer, he said he would have done it with or without me. I thought it would have helped him out if I would have done it without him, so that way he didn't get hurt. And that is true. He should have been thanking Spencer, because without Spencer, Jordan would have got really, really messed up even more. Like, really, really bad. So that just annoyed me in general. It's like almost like it really annoys me. He had the nerve to just really jump on Spencer. But we know that Billy's going to forgive Jordan. It's his son. He's going to forgive him. But who knows if he's ever going to forgive Spencer. I didn't like the way he was treating Spencer at all in this episode. I understand it's your son, but at the same time, you need to realize that your son is that person. He's learned from you about what all you've done, about fixing, Jordan's drug test, about you scout, like, doing something illegal about getting Spencer from South Crenshaw and converting him to, over to Beverly. That was illegal. You did so many bad things. And hell, I mean, if there was stuff capable to get you back in the NFL, you would have done it. Like, I love how that, and I was thinking that, I was like, this is such bullshit you're doing this, but this is exactly what you would be doing. I mean, you've done worse things. You've done these things to do anything you can do to win. And pretty much Jordan says that when Billy, pretty much confronts Jordan about, oh my God, you shouldn't have done that. Your whole life could have been ruined. You could have got killed, this, and that. You know what I mean? Like, you could have been like, whatever. He's like, you're one to talk. You've done the same exact things. Us Baker men will do anything to win. You taught me that. I was like, good. Fuck. I was like, good. Billy, shut up, bro. I was like, you would have done the exact same thing. Hell, you pretty much taught Jordan his entire life to do anything you can to win. You taught him that. So, literally, it's your fault, essentially. It's not all Billy's fault, but at the same time, he wasn't the best father figure when he did stuff like that, to pretty much do stuff like that. So, at the same time, they're both in the wrong, but it's actually, like, you can't be coming at Spencer when, again, this was all Jordan's fault for dragging in Spencer, and even Jordan knew that Spencer was not going to not help. Because he knows how much Spencer has of good of his heart. So I knew that was just bullshit right from the start. He was going to help. So it just annoyed me that, he didn't even bother trying to stick up for Spencer after when Billy confronted Jordan. I was like, really, you're not going to stick up to Spencer and be like, oh, it was my fault, this, and that. I pretty much boxed him in. Nothing. I was like, that's bullcrap. Without him, you wouldn't be getting to be All-American and do anything pretty much. It would probably have been curtains for you, my guy, because you would have done it by yourself. I was like, this bullcrap. So, while all that's going on and stuff, we see also going back to, what's going on with, Coop. She's going on tour, Preach isn't going, Layla's not going. And I was like, okay, great. I was like, oh, we're really building up the whole Mo storyline. What's Mo's plan with, with Andre? What's their plan? What's their plan? I know Andre doesn't want to be in on this, but what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Again, my theories is either that Coop was going to die, either that, Preach was going to die, or I knew one of those two characters were going to die. And we'll get to that in a second. So we're building up all that, she's getting ready for her merch. She doesn't want, she wants, Patience to go. And because she's like, I love how, I think, I forget who mentioned it, but they're like, oh, you should ask Patience, I know you're saying that she probably won't want to go with you, but why don't you let Patience decide if she wants to go with you or not? So, Patience is deciding to go with Coop. And, Coop's like, I want us to share this moment. I want you to be on stage with me. I want you to, since you're out of your contract, I want us to both live this moment and follow our dreams. I thought that was really beautiful because it shows how much Coop has grown from being, jealous of, Patience, stealing her dream and all that stuff, to really growing as a character, wanting her to have that dream with her, and for them both to follow their dreams. I was like, this is awesome. I love this. So going with that, on top of going, I guess, also, let's go back to also, because this pretty much will, sum everything up. Going back to the big moment. Okay, so this is the big moment where they all arrive. And pretty much everything is going on. They're getting ready to get on the bus, Beverly, and we see how they're getting ready to go on the bus at South Crenshaw. We see Spencer on the phone. He's like, oh, dude, he told Olivia that, oh my God, your dad's not, looking at me. He seems super disappointed. You don't understand the way he's looking at me. So she's like, he'll forgive you. And he's like, I don't know, it's different. He'll forgive, he forgave you because you're his daughter, but it's different here. I feel like I really lost his trust. He might not forgive me. This might not be a bounce back, which I do love how they're saying that. It's like, we don't know what's going to happen in the next season. We do not know. So I was like, oh my God, okay, this is really interesting. And he's like, yo, get on the bus. He's treating Spencer just as not like a family member, not a friend or anything. He's just treating him like a normal kid, like he did something wrong. I was like, dude, what the hell's wrong with you? I'm like, you're really treating Spencer like this when he's done so much for you? I was like, damn. I was like, yeah, I know Billy did a lot for him by, taking him from, South Crenshaw to Beverly, but it was not Spencer's fault. So that just pissed me off from square one. So then we get to the big championship building where the championship is going to be held. We already see what's going on with Beverly. Spencer hears it and Chris hears it, and they're like, "What the hell's going on?" We see Jordan and JJ fighting. I'm here. Oh, here we go. And then we found out right away that freaking JJ's getting on Jordan because, he's like, oh, Coach Montez had to change all of our plays because we ended up hearing that you were working with Spencer and Spencer knows all of our plays, this and that. Was this your way of trying to sabotage me because I took your spot, this and that? And they're ended up fighting back and forth. He's like, whoa. He's like, yo, stop it, guys. I was just trying to help Jordan to get him back into shape so, he could, continue with football. If not in this game, but continue with football with, and so he wouldn't, because he was going to, so I could help him just get back to football. And he pretty much pretty much told Spencer to get your snitching bitch ass out of here. He's like, I can't believe you told my dad I trusted you, this, and that. I said, shut the hell up, Jordan, with your dumb ass. I was like, bro, if it wasn't for Spencer doing what he did, you wouldn't have made it back to football, and you probably wouldn't have gotten hurt really bad. I was like, shut up, bro. And you didn't even try to bother, pretty much, defending Spencer when your dad was yelling at you. And there's a chance that Spencer just lost everything. Lying to Billy for you to help you out, and you didn't even defend him when Billy came to him saying, oh, what the heck, whatever, and pretty much you're going to get it off with a warning pretty much, and he's going to be mad at probably Spencer forever. He literally lost Billy's trust because of what Jordan's decisions were. Literally. Let's be honest. If Jordan didn't, let's say he did do it, but he didn't get the All-American thing, and he probably didn't get a college scholarship. Okay, this and there. And we really, I don't know, at the end of the day, then you would have pretty much, Spencer would have lost Billy's trust for no freaking reason. It was a gamble to even see if even Jordan could make a bounce back, literally. But Spencer put himself on the line, again, to help Jordan, regardless if he got to come back to football or not, or if he didn't come back to football or not, literally put, like, pretty much, pretty much put Billy's trust in Jordan's hands, because he knew if Billy would have found out, probably, he wouldn't be, like, forgiving him. So that's just overall knew the shit out of me. He was getting in Spencer's face saying, oh, stupid, he's like, call me that one more time. And I love how that freaking Frosto was like, oh my god, I knew I couldn't trust you. I knew you were all Beverly, this, and that, helping out the enemy, this, and that. I said, shut the frick up, Frosto. What are you, and why are you entering your, and shit? Like, what the heck? I was like, why are you entering? You know by now that, Spencer is South Crenshaw day one. They're both his family. But he is with this team. You should trust him by now, especially after the freaking, pool match that you guys did when you beat Asher and Jordan at pool, and you guys had that brotherly bond. What the hell happened to that? I was like, you're really quick to judge him again. I was like, what the hell? And then freaking next thing you know, the greatest line was when Frost was like, what are you laughing at? Freaking what did he say? Like he said like I forget what he said, like I forget what he said, like Alvin and the Chipmunks or something, or like what he said. He said something like that, and he's like, what's that supposed to mean? And he's like, and he's like, oh, because you dress like a man stripper or something. I was like, dead. Oh, that was the funniest moment, ever. He said something like, "Were you laughing at chipmunks or whatever?" He's like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? That was the best line of this episode. I was like, "Were you laughing at chipmunks or whatever?" He's like, it's because you. Oh, George's like, it's because you dress like a man. You look like a man stripper. That was like the funniest shit. And it ends up into an all-out brawl, which I pissed the shit off me. And I was right. Again, this is the first one I got right. Another one I got right was how I told everybody in the comments below that it looked like Jordan punched Spencer. And that's exactly what happened. That was bullshit. You're going to punch the dude that risked everything to help you out, and you didn't even bother defending him when Billy confronted you. Really? Bro, dude, Jordan's really pissed me off a lot this season. A lot. And this just was at the tip of the scale. I have no clue if they're going to make a comeback. I don't know what this means for Olivia and Spencer's relationship, because it's already kind of weird. Her, afraid to make labels and to make an announcement. But she kind of, told Billy when Spencer told Billy about, him training Jordan or helping Jordan, train. And he seems so upset. He's like, I'm officially disappointed in you, or something like that. And I was like, great, I don't know how this is gonna be, because if it's gonna be this awkward and you're not friends with Jordan anymore, how the hell is this gonna be with, this is gonna break their relationship? This is exactly the worry that Olivia had. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen with this. And freaking teammates fighting Spencer, his own teammates. I was like, what the frick is happening right now? I was like, oh my god, this is just an all-out brawl. This episode really was, I was on the tip of my toes like, oh my god. And that was just a sad moment that Jordan just socked Spencer and got him down the ground like that. And then JJ socked Jordan, got him down the ground. They're looking at each other like, oh my god, I'm sorry, bro, almost. Or looking at each other like, damn, I can't believe this, or whatever. I just can't believe this. I can't believe this. And the fact that, it just annoys the shit out of me. And the fact that, he's all on Asher for telling and shit, it's like, he had a reason. Again, Spencer wouldn't have used it to, cheat or anything, knowing this plays of Beverly, but at the same time, he wouldn't help not knowing what things were going to happen. So, you shouldn't be mad at Asher. I mean, anybody would have done it. I mean, you pretty much did it when you got angry at him when we found out that Asher sold their playbook to the other team. We got furious at him. So, of course, they're going to be furious at you, my guy. I mean, you really didn't think that through. You were willing to do anything and everything to get back. Again, like he said, us Baker men, will do anything and anything to, win and to succeed. And that's exactly what he did. So, you can't be mad at JJ and you can't be mad at Asher for your mistake. There was other ways to get you back in without doing those plays. That was your fault. So, I don't know. I hate how, Jordan was kind of acting like the victim. I didn't like how JJ came over acting all cocky in the locker room. He shouldn't have done that. Again, there was a lot of wrongs and everything, but I'm going to be honest, Jordan was the big wrong in the situation in this episode. I was really disappointed in that character. I was like, oh my god, he's effing up everything right now. I was like, damn, everybody's getting their shit messed up, getting their shit kicked in this fight. And then we see it pretty much breaking up at the end of the day, and we see, Coach Montez is talking to Beverly, freaking Billy's talking to South Crenshaw saying, guys, we might not be able to play because of what you guys did. You guys might have just lost your big championship win. over a fight. And they're like, dude, guys, it's probably over. And pretty much, I guess it all boils down to, I guess we end up finding out that, like, the coaches are the only ones that really know what happened in the fight. And maybe one person, like, made it sound like it was, like, it made it, like, sound like, oh, we could pretend it could sound like an over-exaggeration because only one person saw something. And we could have made it sound like over-exaggeration. We should make it just sound like it was a couple of pushing, some words said, but it was nothing major. But literally, their faces looked like shit. Bullshit, something major. If those refs see their faces, it would have been over. Thank God the refs were out in the field and there was smoke and they had their masks on before they came out, because it would have been curtains and they would have been like, you guys are lying. No one's playing. Go home. This and that. But their lives were on the line. I love how Billy's like, okay, look, this is not like, oh, they get put in detention. This is their lives on the line. This is their futures. Like, if it wasn't, from, there was a kid in my school that always used to fight and stuff, and literally football saved him, and the football will save these kids in the future. From this one moment, this will be the moment they'll tell their grandkids. We need to, even though the kids were wrong at what they did, we need to let them just take it out in the field. Whether whoever wins or loses, we need to let them do this. And Coach Montez is just in on it, saying, "Oh yeah, like I've seen more words being said in debates or whatever." Like, and he's like, "Okay, like it's good. I'll see you guys on the field." That's what the ref said. But literally, guys, I was just like, oh my God, what the heck is gonna happen with this? I was like, oh my God. And we see a moment going back to also, with, Coop, and, she's, sees, I always forget his name, forget this dude's name, Andre. We see Andre loading up the car with boxes, this, I guess the tour bus with boxes, and I was like, oh my God, what's the boxes? Why wouldn't he let Coop look in those boxes? I'm like, oh my God, was he having their bombs or his drugs? What the hell's happening? What's happening? Because I did not know. I was like, sure as hell ain't bombs probably. I was like, it's drugs. I was like, oh shit, they're gonna have Coop. That's what we saw in the beginning. Coop got pulled over. Mo's framing her that way without having to kill her or anything. I was like, oh shit, crap. And then, so I was like, oh crap, I was worried about that. We end up going back, and we see the moment, with, Asher in the locker room. He's getting ready to pretty much go out and, just go out. But he literally gets stopped by his father. And his father says, I'm sorry, son, you can't go out there. And he's like, why not? And he's like, why not? He's like, tell the coach I'm fine. My ribs are fine. This and that. It's okay. It's okay if I'm going to go out. It's all good. And he's like, no, you have a heart condition that, I'm sorry, son, you can never play football again. I literally felt so bad for Asher. That character has grown so much. And I honestly felt bad for Asher. He really did make a comeback around. And I felt so bad for Asher. I literally was on the cusp of tears. I felt so bad. I was like, I can't believe that. Seeing him cry in that locker room and seeing Coach Montez behind the corner crying and hearing Asher, that was his dream. He literally had his dream right there, and it got ripped from him. And I believe it's all because of the steroids. That's what did it to his heart. And it makes me so sad. He'll never play again. Never. And I don't know what that means for that character in the next season, but I literally, guys, that was the saddest. That was so freaking sad. That was the second saddest moment in this episode. It was super, super sad. It just made me super sad. And we see, Spencer, and we see, Jordan, they're looking at each other and they get their helmets on. They rush out. That's like the end, and then it ends. But guys, this is the main. This is I'm gonna get to the main topic in a second, going back with Coop. But we have to go back to what's going on with Layla and Carrie, and that's some crazy shit. Oh my God, that was what I was like really looking forward to, be like, oh my God, what's gonna happen between Layla and Carrie? I was like, oh my God, she's gonna kidnap her, some bullshit. I'm pretty sure I said something like that. Something bad's gonna happen. Is she gonna get killed or is she gonna get kidnapped? Something's gonna go down. So we see how Layla finally tells Carrie, like, oh my God, maybe she go, see your parents for a little bit or whatever. And she's like, cause she's like, no, my parents don't care about me. She's like, your mom does care about you. I was talking to her. She's like, you betrayed me. You turned your back on me. This and that. You don't want me here. This and that. She's like, no, I want you here. But I just wanted you to go talk to your mother or whatever. And she's like, okay, just never mind. And she ends up talking to Olivia and says, or Olivia goes to talk to her about, telling her that, Spencer are officially together. But she also called Olivia to tell her that something's wrong with Carrie. I'm really concerned, she's not well. And she's like, oh, maybe you need to, call her mom. She's like, I already tried that, and, it's not going to work or whatever. I don't know what to do. And she's like, maybe just be your friend right here. Be your friend and pretty much try to convince her to, go home and spend some time there. Like, do everything you can to subtly tell her that, maybe it's best for her to go home and do this and that. Because, it's because her mom, because she's like, yeah, like, I'm a little worried something might happen. She's like, that's exactly what her mom said. Meaning that she's not well, bro. Like, be careful. She's not well. I knew right away that some crazy shit was about to happen. Either she was going to die or she was going to get kidnapped. I was like, oh, God. I mean, even if Carrie's mom is saying this, something must have happened. My theory is that she did get out, pretended to be okay, and be, and, you know what I mean? Like, when she got out. But literally, she had an obsession with Layla and then pretty much ran away to be with Layla, and that's how her parents didn't know where Carrie was. That is my definite theory of everything what I just said. And I hope we get that more of a confirmation. That would be like, oh yeah, like she had an obsession with you. But I feel like Layla kind of got the gist. But it'd be nice to know from her parents, like, yeah, she was obsessed with you, this, and that, whatever. Because I'm still looking forward to, like, how the heck, what exactly happened. Did she just leave pretending to be okay and just leave out of nowhere? And Carrie's parents didn't know where she went? I don't know. But they pretty much didn't know where she went. But I'm wondering if they knew about Layla or anything about that. But I was worried shitless. So we get to the moment where she's like, she tells Layla, like, how about we take a trip, like, to, she wants to go somewhere, to go on a trip, and she's like, it'd be nice after you're done with testing to go on this trip, and she's like, oh, so you're not going on, the tour with Coop, meaning she wasn't going to go on the tour with Coop because she didn't want to be left alone, she didn't want to go home, she just, that's why she kind of, like, said, oh, I'm going to stay home, I feel, bad about Carrie, but when she told Carrie about whatever, she was like, okay, we'll go on the trip after all, and she's looking at trip advisors, things and this, like that, and pretty much she's like, how about, you go home, I feel more comfortable if you go home, tell your mom that everything is fine, and then we'll go on our trip. She's like, no, or whatever. She's like, no, like, my mom doesn't care of this and that. She's like, feel more comfortable if we go talk to your mom, and then we go. She's like, okay, can you at least drive me to go see her, and then we'll go? I knew right away, I'm like, oh my God, this girl is either gonna A, kidnap her, or B, ride her off the road to be like, if I can't have her, no one can. I didn't know what was going to happen because this girl was off the rocker. I was like, oh shit, what the frick is going to happen? I was screaming, like, oh my God, this girl's crazy. Oh my God, Layla knows it, but she's trying to, like, she doesn't want anything to know, like, she doesn't know what this girl's capable of. She's trying to subtly be like, okay, I gotta get her home. She's not well, this and that. I'm going to do it safely so I can make sure I'm okay, this and that. So we get the moment that we see Carrie write a note. And I knew right away, I'm like, oh my God, she's writing the note, being like, oh, I either A, pretending to write a note for her dad, saying, oh, me and Carrie are going on vacation, this, and that. I didn't know she was going to write that. But no, her crazy self writes a note saying it was from Carrie to Layla's dad, saying, she's better off without you, this, and that. I found my, I think it was from, I don't even know exactly, because I think it was Layla saying, oh, well, this, and that. I don't know who was writing it exactly. I think it was she's like, she doesn't need you or whatever. I don't need you, this, and that. I think it was from the person, I think she made it sound like Layla was writing it, but she's like, I'm with the one I want to be with, and the one I only need is Carrie or something. And that's what she said. Layla, pick up the phone. I don't think it was Carrie writing the note. You guys need to let me know down in the comments below, because I don't remember. I don't know if it was Carrie writing the note. It'd be even crazier if Carrie was writing the note, like, oh, she doesn't need you, this, and that. And she has the only person she needs is me, this, and that. I don't know how it ended. I think it was she was pretending to write for Layla, saying, oh, I don't need you. All I need is Carrie to be, with, and and that's it. And he tries calling Layla, and as we all know, that Layla's phone's not there. And I was scared shitless. I did not know if she was gonna ride Layla's, car off the cliff. I didn't know. I don't know. I don't know what this means for Layla, because I'm gonna be honest. I think she's gonna either kidnap Layla, or I think she's gonna kill Layla, one or the other. When she finds out, her phone's at home, finds out, what Carrie wrote. Because he knew right away that was not Layla's words or anything, or and knew that something was wrong with Carrie, because knowing that, I'm assuming it was from Carrie, because, he doesn't know enough about, Carrie to be like, oh my God, it's weird that she wants to go with Carrie. I think it was Carrie who was saying, oh, she doesn't need you, all she needs is me, this, and that, and that's why he was concerning Layla, pick up, this girl's crazy, this girl's nuts. Guys, I was like, oh my God, that just makes me, I don't know what's going to happen with Layla in the next season. I don't know, we do not know, and that just makes me scared. This girl, as we know, is capable and crazy to do anything. Let's be honest. She's been lying about everything. She's off the rocker, not okay, needs help. I don't know, guys. But, guys, the main event of the topic is what happens with Coop. So, Coop ends up finding out that Andre set them up right when they hear the police sirens, and knew that when Andre was acting sus about the boxes, something was wrong. So pretty much she was able to get all those boxes out of there, and say and confronts him and be like, you really think that, I believed Andre wanted to do anything or be a part of anything that you did? I knew Andre had a poker face and something was wrong with those boxes. I knew he didn't want to do what he did. I knew it was you. It's over, Mo. I got you. I knew that you had it out for me and something was wrong. And she pulls out the gun. And I swear to God, I shit you not, I was like, please don't do this. I was like, please do not let me be right. Please let me not be right about Coop dying. Please let me not be right. And then we see it happen. She's like, you killed my brother. You did this to my brother. You ruined our family. And then Coop's like, I didn't do this. It was, I'm sorry, like, what happened to, to Tyrone, but, it happened. Revenge doesn't solve anything. I know that. I was in your shoes when it happened to Sean. I know that. Please, like, let's not do this. I didn't do anything wrong. Literally, just put down the gun. Put down the gun. I know how it feels. I'm sorry. Just please put down the gun. And I was worried, guys. I literally was, like, starting to cry. I was like, please, dear God, let me not freaking be right. I was like, please, let me not be right. Please. And I was like, when she put down the gun, I was like, oh my God, I'm like, it's okay. And I was like, oh my God, no, she's gonna shoot her. I was like, no, she's gonna shoot her. She's gonna freaking shoot her. And she ends up shooting, and then we end up seeing Mo get shot. And I know, I was like, oh my God, a shot got off. It hit Coop. I freaking hit Coop. We see Preach shooting her, and she says that, she says Preach, meaning that's what freaking Mo says, how could you, like, this, and that. And I knew that was hard for Preach, but he would do anything and everything to keep Coop safe. Anything and everything. He freaking said that Coop was the auntie of his kid that he has. Like, it was the kid, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's straight family. He thought of Coop as family and loved Coop. And we see a moment where she's like, Preach, and then Preach is like, no, please, no, like, no. Guys, that was the saddest freaking moment ever. Saddest moment ever. I was like, oh my God. I was right. I was like, oh my God. I said it was either one of them that was going to go. I don't know. They left it almost like she had her eyes shut. I don't know if she's dead. I don't know. It looked like it hit her in the heart or the chest. It would hit her either in the heart or the chest. Either or. I think she's dead. I honestly think she's dead. And I still don't know how I feel about that. It is very, on a writer's perspective, this changes everything if she's dead. This shows that we already know they're not afraid to kill characters off. They did it with Sean. They did it with Tyrone. They're really showing us that this is a real world situation that people get revenge. Things like this happens, and it would actually, like, make next season 4 unpredictable if it is true. We don't that could change Spencer's entire life. That can make him not want to go to college. That can make him never want to play football again. It can make him blame himself for him not being there and everything happening the way it happened, especially if he doesn't have his friend Jordan after everything that happened. Like, and I don't know what's going to happen with Asher. Guys, I don't know what's going to happen with Layla. They literally left this off, and we do not know what's going to happen. This was the best season of All-American. There's been, and season 1 and 2 were great seasons, but guys, season 1 was great. Season 2 was greater. Season 3 is greatest. Like, dude, they are really stepping up. I just want to thank the writers, thank the directors, thank the freaking clothing design, thank the cast, everybody a part of the show. You guys nailed it. Round of applause. This season was phenomenal. Season 3, and I cannot wait to happen with season 4. They've made so much character development with these characters, and so many, like, what the F moments. What's going to happen next season with Asher? What's going to happen with, Spencer and Olivia? What's going to happen with Spencer and, Billy? What's going to happen with Spencer and Jordan? What's going to happen with, Jordan and JJ? What's going to happen, what's going to happen with, Coop? What is going to happen? I think, I'm going to be honest, I don't want Coop to be dead, but I'm going to be honest, that would change the game for the show. That could be the next big step up if that could really, really spice it up with what's going to happen with, Spencer's character and how he's going to take that. He's going to blame himself, guys. Let's be real. He's going to be like, I wish I was there. I wish I went with her. I feel like I screwed up. I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, they lost Sean and they made a 3-person pact. And he's like, and it was like a build up, like, oh, it's, you know, we did it, Spence, we did it. You know, you're gonna kill it in that game. You're gonna shine bright in LA and in Vegas, and then at the end of that, you know, that 3-person pact, there was 2, and now there's 1. I feel like that would be a great way to sum up that pact that they did, and that's life. Things happen, and that'd be a great message to see how, like, Spence might bounce back, because he might quit football after that big event if Coop does die. And he might have to really find out and that, like, find himself and realize and make the terms that it wasn't his fault, and that, you know, Coop would want him to go on and do better things and this, like that. That could really do crazy things for his character. It could really, like, do some crazy things with Ash's character and how he's going to bounce back, of how he can't do football anymore. Where will his life go next? I'm thinking he'll become a coach. And also Jordan, like, yeah, I mean, how is he going to mend things with Spencer again? Because at the end of the day, Spencer did nothing wrong. And, like, and what will that mean with Simone? Because I feel like Simone, when she goes off to college, I feel like it's not done getting bad for Jordan. And I feel like, you know, Simone and Jordan aren't going to last, especially since they added Damon to that show, and Simone's going to be in All-American Homecoming. So I feel like they're going to get together and in an All-American Homecoming, you know, Damon and Simone. I feel like, guys, we don't know what's going to happen. But more than anything, Coop, I mean, Preach is going to blame himself so freaking hard. But I could see him naming his food truck, because I think he always wanted to have a food truck. I remember that. And he would probably name it something like that, like Coop's food truck or something. Like, he would, like, honor her in some way. I just don't know, guys. I just can't believe if they actually killed off Coop, they killed off Coop. And this show will show us if they actually do kill off Coop, they're not afraid to take risks to like spice things up and to keep giving us great storytelling and great character development and everything. This will show us this show is willing to take risks to keep getting better and better the show. A lot of shows are afraid to take these risks. A lot of shows won't kill off characters. A lot of shows won't give character development. A lot of shows won't take those risks to like, you know, to really extend the story, to satisfy us as fans on where these characters can go next and what stories they go through. And a lot of, you know, TV shows don't do that, but All American is one of those shows that are willing to take leaps and bounds to keep, making storytelling greater, to make character development even greater. Like, I'm kind of hoping, even though I don't want it to be true, I feel like there's big character development, like really, really big character development if Coop actually does end up dying. I don't know. If she does survive, what will that mean? Will that mean her career will be over? Because, I mean, there's probably, there could be some bad damage from when she got shot. I do not know. But I could see it really doing a toll on Spencer. I feel like and it's mainly, the show is really about him, and I could see how will he because he's at the top of having everything, and then his best friend dies, and him trying to him probably blaming himself for that, and him being like, I can't do football, I can't do any of this, I can't believe I wasn't there with Coop when it happened, this and that, because we know Spence, he's going to take that very, very hard and blame himself. So, guys, I really want to know what you guys thought about Season 3 of All-American. Again, send this to the cast, send this to the All-American cast, share this video with your friends and your family. Guys, we gotta let the cast know, the writers know, the directors know, everybody a part of that wonderful show that they executed this Season 3. Let's just give them a round of applause. And guys, I just cannot wait to see what's gonna happen in Season 4. Also, I just wanted to thank you guys for being on this journey with me on this channel from square one. Even for people that joined my journey, and each and every day. I just want to say thank you. And especially I want to say thank you to the people that have joined this journey with me, watching All American. And I'm really happy we got to share these moments of this Season 3 with each other and just got to talk about the show that we love. And, I had a blast making these videos. I cannot wait to come back for Season 4, doing reviews for you guys, to keep, talking about about all the craziness that happened in this episode. But without further ado, I'm going to end this video here. I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. But without further ado, guys, if you guys see this video, I do want to do an Instagram Live talking about this episode and really getting to talk to you guys. Maybe have some of you guys join the Instagram live and I can talk to you guys face to face. And like really talk about what were your favorite moments of season 3 and what you guys thought about the finale. So again, guys, if you guys have watched the finale, come join my live. If you haven't, don't join the live because I don't want you guys getting spoiled. But if you guys are watching this video, that means you guys have watched this video already to know that I'm doing Instagram live. But I'll tell everybody in live, for the people that didn't see this video, that I'm going to be talking spoilers about this episode. But guys, go look out for me on live after you guys are done watching this video because I'm going to be on for quite a while because it's actually right now 10:04. I'll probably be on maybe until 12 or 1, maybe 12. Because I have to go to bed soon because I have work tomorrow morning at like 11 o'clock. I have to be there by 11:25. But yeah, without further ado, I'm ending this video here. I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.